The ultimate things in life are free, and we're keeping it that way. Subscribe to keep up with the latest games, tournaments, and community content. Share it with your team and friends, and drop a like to help spread Ultimate to more people. Spread the word, spread the love. ULTI.TV.
Enjoying the show? Show your support for the live stream and the people making the show. Buy a super chat or super sticker on YouTube directly. Select your donation and type your message to the world. And share. All donations go into directly funding new shows. Buy a super sticker or super chat now. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, kids of all ages. We are here in Caorle, Veneto, Italia for the EUCF 2022. I'm Stefan Rapazzo, joined today with Luke Burgess for our women's pre-quarter. Luke, how you doing? How are things shaping us up around us here?
I'm doing good. Excited for this particular matchup. Discobolo were on stream earlier, looking very impressive against Synthesis. So Discobolo came bottom of their pool, won their crossover against Synthesis, and that's how they ended up here. 3SB, I believe, won their pool. That's why they're here. So
3SB have indeed won their pool. There are the women are all getting changed around us. They just had their spirit circle, and their colors were too similar, the maroon and the pink. So both teams have decided to get changed. We're now going blue versus white for
Makes
greater
sense.
distinction, and you will see our tech team scrambling and efficiently making the appropriate changes on our scoreboards just as quickly as these ladies have gotten changed. The Czech outfit undefeated so far, winning their pool. Looking strong. They are from Budweiser. And they have picked up a couple of Irish ladies from Cork. They play for a team called Flame. It looks like the Healy sisters. And Sinead Doon. So is that the firepower? Is that the roster filling out that they've needed this 3SB? They're always in it. They're in the quarters, but we haven't really seen them progress into these semis, into these big games, in these big tournaments like this. And they're off to a good start, Luke. This could be the year. What do you think?
It definitely could be. It's been a bit of a weird year for the women's division in Europe, with so many teams going over to Cincinnati for the World Ultimate Club Championships earlier this summer. And that's meant that a lot of the women's teams that we'd usually see here at EUCF with really strong rosters haven't been able to field as many players, haven't been able to field a stronger roster. So it's all kind of wide open.
There's, of course, a few names at the top of the list of teams that still have slightly higher expectations, that have been winning. You talk about the defending champions, Yaka. You talk about the defending runner-ups in Shout from Bologna, the other club when we're talking about Discobolo here in Bologna. And of course, I think Jinx is on that radar. Those three to me are the three that kind of have the most likely chance to feature in semis. But that one can be proven wrong, and that fourth spot to me is a bit more of a question.
Yeah, we will see what happens as the bracket plays out. But Discobolo were on stream earlier today, playing against Synthesis, and looking very impressive in that matchup. So I'm interested to see how they do against an outfit as talented as the 3SB roster.
Here we go. Bolognesi with the disc. The Czechs come down with a zone after a Koznerova pull. Great over the top look there to Frederica, wearing that hair high like a crown. Sideline sneaks it through the zone to Bolognesi, and only just. Venturi drops it back. She wound up for what could have been a huck, but instead goes back to Bolognesi. Now the gainer. They're in the red zone are the Bolognese. Capello drops it back to Bolognesi. Rahel Toshnerova gets broken there on the zone mark. Over the top, good looking throw, good looking catch back in the end zone. Frederica, but in fact, too far? No, that's a score. I thought she put it down and left it at the back. I thought
that's not much of a celebration.
Maybe that's a good indication. So that's so easy, just casually. I'll just put this down here. No
Another
need.
day in the office, no problem.
Exactly.
No need to get excited just yet.
So
Get the job done.
Yeah, we see a bit of zone from 3SB, and as a nice response, a nice first possession.
Yeah, confident offense. But I expect to see zones from both teams, I think, this game. The conditions have changed a little bit since the previous rounds. The rain is coming down.
Yeah, just right now, in the last 10 minutes, you're absolutely right. In the last game, we were talking about the stillness. Despite the gray and cloudy skies, it was still and calm, and nothing now. The drops are sporadically coming in and out. The gusts of wind sporadically coming in and out. So that will change. You're very likely right that we will see a fair bit of zone from both these sides. 3SB gets things moving quick. Zikeshova. Oh, too much on it. Discobolo, early chance to break.
Yeah, no zone from Discobolo. We saw them play zone almost every point in their previous game against Synthesis, but match defense gets it done.
Very pensive first throw out of the break line for Discobolo, their defensive outfit. Over the top, outside inner, and they throw into traffic, but maintain possession. Big up and over there. Brighetti. That one too high, and 3SB's O-line will get another crack at the can. Koznerova moves it along. Muratova for Enzo. There's a bid there, but it's too far in front and can't get a mitt on the disc.
Yeah, tough throw. There was quite a bit of space to throw into, but it's a surprisingly difficult angle to hit. So, unfortunate overthrow.
Unfortunate unless you're Discobolo.
I'll take it.
Long-time rivals of KUSP, not to be confused. These clubs are very separate. In fact, rivals more than anything. KUSP, of course, gets the better hand, being the bigger club quite often, but there have been some huge Discobolo victories over the years between those two clubs. But for now, this Discobolo women's outfit as they go the other way. Brighetti gets it out of her own end zone and gets the completion. Ooh, this one floating near the end zone, well read. Oh, bobbling, but they're keeping possession. Drop back again to Brighetti. Now she's shot for goal, but they're gobbled up by the defense and sent the other way. Sara Toshnerova. Thought she had calibrated that. She thought she had something right in the middle of the field, but nothing there.
No, I think the player she was looking at was not on the same page. They get it back anyway.
Get it back anyway, straight back into those same hands. No, sorry, that was Dvorakova to Toshnerova. And now on the goal line, or sneaking in, Volkova to Dvorakova. Centering, wide side, near side of the field, Mrazova, and that's dropped.
Clean clap catch drop.
By Toshnerova. So a long second point of this game and a third break chance for Discobolo.
Yeah, it looks like this game might turn into one of those grindy affairs with the conditions worsening.
A blade throw for a 2-meter throw. Ooh, and a dump that gets away now. It is, this could turn into a punt and pin kind of game. That one fired in to Dvorakova, and 3SB on the board after a tumultuous string of turnovers.
Yeah, it took them quite a bit of time to find that point, but they get it in the end, and that's what matters.
Yeah, they all count the same, no matter how pretty or ugly they come. A goal's a goal, a win's a win. Right now it's one apiece, and Discobolo will put their O-line back out there. The wind is swirling. It's not consistently coming in one direction. It's a little bit right to left on your screen, but it's moving. It's not staying very steadily that way.
Yeah.
And so the zone, if they employ a zone again, it's going to be a downwind zone against, meaning the offense is going to be playing with the wind at their back.
Yeah.
Which can be sometimes just as treacherous, but generally speaking, zones will be put on to make offenses attack into the wind. But any which way, the wind and the zone, they go hand in hand, regardless of direction.
But even given the rain, just making the offense throw more passes, give more of a chance for this to just slip between the hands is
Make them make errors. Let them screw it up. Bolognesi with the disc at the brick mark. Tight mark by Toshnerova. We're back into a match defense. Wind up, sent deep. 2 receivers there, but one with the better hair, and the big bid layout on the goal line. Looks like she's not quite in yet, though. Looking for options on that doorstep. Frederica still with the disc. High stall count right into the defense. Makes a great play and preserves that greatness before it goes downfield. Other way, Slezniak. Continued back in Slezniak's hands. Toshnerova. Leading throw. That's the perfect weight on it. And 3SB get the first break of the game after a slower start.
The technical malfunction there, but we're back. And that was impressive from 3SB. They almost conceded on that deep shot, but good end zone defense, clamped down, stopped any easy options. I thought Discobolo surrounded the disc a little bit, not helping themselves out too much, but
yeah, tough luck or tough tactics. You're right there, absolutely, Luke. They didn't give Frederica much space. She made a beautiful play. I thought from our angle, initially I thought she was in for the goal.
Twice.
And not only did she not get it, but she didn't get the space to help out after.
No, and 3SB punished. As soon as they got the disc back, they just ran away with it.
Slezniak key in that counterattack after the turn. The drizzle continuing, maybe getting a little bit heavier by the minute. Discobolo Bolognesi. Zone, well covered zone.
Yeah, good awareness by the defense, just clamping down into the middle of the space as soon as that disc went up. Bit too obvious offense from Discobolo.
Toshnerova, she winds up. That one's floating. It's in the end zone. Will the right receiver get under it?
Wow.
Indeed she will. The better read comes from the blue shirt there, and that is Marie Dvorakova, one of two sisters. Had a chat before the game, said, oh, my sister's the better one. And I said, well, you go out there and outplay her today, and she's doing her job right now. Getting under a lofty Toshnerova throw and counting a goal for 3SB.
Yeah, this is impressive from 3SB. I was expecting Discobolo to step up and show us what they can do in this game, but 3SB so far have just been clearly the better outfit. You see the throw again. It's a lot of faith in the receivers to come down with that one in the end zone, but that faith is rewarded.
Short pull this time. And they're attacking it. They've gone deep straight away. Strong hands. Number 15 for Discobolo hauls that one in. And a couple passes back and forth on the doorstep. Still making decisions. Negroni. Oh, sneaks one through everything and in for the goal. De Luca hits the ground and clamps the hands at the same time. That one counts. They get a hold. They're still down one. It's 3-2, still in favor of 3SB.
Well, that's what Discobolo needed. An emphatic response to some unfortunate mistakes on the previous few points, but this one clinical. Find the gap in the end zone.
Wonderful service here as the EUF always does a great job. Volunteers, workers getting the job done, keeping our staff well hydrated, well informed, well protected from the elements. Ensuring no matter what the weather, we're having a wonderful time. Not just because we have wonderful Ultimate to watch, but because we have wonderful hosts taking great care of us here. 3SB, Sera, Eurostar, Toshnerova, swings it, Mrazova, back to Toshnerova, the younger of the two Toshnerova sisters. Quick up line there. Zikeshova, and straight into goal before I could even see it happen practically. 3SB made quick work of that one, cutting through like a warm knife through butter.
Yeah, clinical offense from 3SB. They saw what Discobolo did on the last point and went, yeah, we can do that as well. So I was expecting this game to degenerate into a bit of a grindy affair after that previous point we saw with both teams turning over several times. But they're dealing with the elements well, I have to say.
Two very efficient offensive points back-to-back. You're absolutely right. This is a game with the elements around us that could certainly turn into a sloppy situation. It could turn into high turnover counts. It could turn into slip discs, unsure throws. But these teams are good. These women are well versed. They've seen these elements before. Yep. They're on the big stage. They're under the ULTI.TV cameras. They're at the European Championship, and they are making things look good, cashing in goals early in the game.
Yeah, here to play.
3SB, of course, featured in the windmill final this year. They ended up being silver medalists in the end, but it was a great run for them. Oh, I thought there was a touch on that. There may have been at the point of contact a smidgen of a hand block, and it goes to 3SB. Toshnerova picks up. She's never afraid to huck, is she? Tija. Bulanova, Dorakova, Toshnerova. Near sideline through the cup. Ooh. And cannot be bailed out. Unfortunately there. Volkova lets it go. And Discobolo get another shot and a short field. That one picked up at the shoelaces. In front of the end zone. Nice looking OI forehand. That one out of the hands of Negroni. And Discobolo scores a break the other way.
Yeah, I thought when they gave the disc away that 3SB were going to punish. But they didn't. They turned over and Discobolo get the hold.
Thank you for the correction there. Not a break the other way. Discobolo, a double turn. Or
it feels like a break, right? Because you don't expect 3SB to give the disc away. And then they give the disc away and get scored on. And you're like, whoa, that doesn't happen very often.
As soon as I said the break back, I saw Rahel Toshnerova out there, and I was like, wait a minute, she's on the D line for the Czechs. That can't be a break. So it is a hold. It is a 1-point game.
Really nice throw in the end zone.
It is a beautiful score there.
Yeah. Very smart movement to get free on the back corner.
Capello with the goal. The Discobolo numbers, difficult to read some of them with the outline white on white.
Yeah, not a fan.
Some of those numbers are not the easiest to read on the back of the jerseys.
Their dark kit's better.
Yes.
But for your viewing pleasure, they have decided to play blue versus white rather than pink versus red.
We can distinguish between them better as... Whoa! Is that a self-pass? Does that count? No, of course it was unintentional. Sera Toshnerova with the disc. Backhand wind up, sends it back. Nice quick movement out of the Czech outfit.
Oh.
Havlova then to end zone, but not enough on it. Defense was closing as well, and Discobolo are going to go the other way.
Yeah, big break chance now. Time to draw it level.
But it's a long way upfield. That wind and the rain just keep picking up. It is still going right to left on your screen. Great around throw from Bolognesi over the shoulder. But the next throw, straight back to 3SB. Ooh, and Sera Toshnerova. Hands on the disc. She wanted it back, but Havlova said no. Dorakova centering. Toshnerova, and that one does count. A dump pass backwards, but the momentum pushed it into the end zone, and 3SB go up 5-3.
Yeah, good offensive 3SB after they got the disc back the second time. That zone offense from the Discobolo D-line did not look very threatening. They were trapped on that back corner, and the overhead throw to try and open things up was not particularly close to coming off.
Yeah, just as we were saying, a long way to go. That wind is picking up. That is the 3SB O-line putting on a zone, a transitionary zone.
Yeah.
Against, which is, not a bad idea. You're playing against a D-line O. Let's make them throw. Let's make them work. And they made them work. 2-throw turnover.
Yeah. I think we've seen some pretty clinical offense, but it has all been towards this left-hand end zone. Yet to see any teams threaten the other direction. Rolly pull from Raquel Toshnerova.
Discobolo needing a hold here. Another 3SB break would really hurt them. And a big backhand going the other way, but way out in front. That one not going to work from Frederica. And a 3SB break that I said would be back breaking. There's a chance for it now. We'll see if they can go. They've got that long way to go now. We'll see if they can get there. They have shown more chances for it.
Yeah, this is the difficult direction to go in, especially against the zone.
But in this very moment, that wind has just, as we said, it's on, it's off, it's gusting, and in this very moment, it is down a bit. But so is the disc. Disc is down. And disc is in the hands of Discobolo on the goal line, ready to break throw. Goes to the open side, gets the rolling catch from number 10, that's Capello. And they manage the hold after giving up the potential opportunity.
Yeah, neither team really able to show some threatening offense in this, going towards this right-hand direction. The zones being extremely effective at trapping the offense on that left-hand goal line. So we get another look at the score. This finds the receiver in the middle, rolling catch to secure the disc. And we continue to trade.
Discobolo within one. Way these upwind break opportunities have had nothing but futile attempts. 2 or 3 throw opportunities, and the O-lines are getting it straight back, it seems. By that estimation, a punt and pin is not the worst kind of tactic based on what we've seen.
I mean, Discobolo literally did that last point.
They did, really. That was the Franchetti throw deep, and they ended up getting it back right where they wanted it. Here come Ziceks, Mrazova centers. Havlova. Mrazova recenters again. Toshnerova has a look at the end zone. Centers onto the doorstep. Quick pop back. Right back. Playing a little bit of a 2-player game there. Back and forth into the end zone is Volkova. And it's 6-4 now for 3SB.
Yeah, no punt and pin needed at that point. They just walk it straight down the pitch and punch in the goal. So I have to say I've been more impressed by 3SB so far this game than Discobolo. But, you know, one upwind break could change everything. They're still in it. It's only a 2-point gap.
That's it. We were talking about this in the last game, Mook against Ranelagh. Ranelagh was looking the goods in the early going. Mook was hanging around, staying in it, and they did get that momentum-shifting moment. In that sense, it was Wallace who made a couple big plays in a row and turned the tides, and all they did was hung around and hung around. So if Discobolo can hang around, if Discobolo can get that big momentous change, and in this case, yes, the upwind break, that can change the outlook of everything else we're going to see. This is, of course, a pre-quart. This is an elimination game. This is no more pool play. We're not messing around here. You win to get in, win to stay in, I guess, right now. So both of these teams will undoubtedly be leaving it all out on the field. Okay, Letzi moved it to the sideline. Schiavoni. More people wondering about the number choices, white on white with this thin outline. They have been perplexing, not just in the booth, but on the sidelines. And the D comes and snacks on that floating OI pass.
So they did the punt. Can they do the pin?
Let's see, not if Rahel Toshnerova has anything to say, but she wants to punt the other way, and she wanted it the whole time. She said, just go, and they get the lucky bounce off the Mac. They're still alive. Midfield, I wouldn't hate a timeout at that point, but they're just going to keep playing on. Toshnerova fires, end zone. That one is in to her new Irish compatriot, Sinead Doon, and they get to keep the upwind break.
Toshnerova has no fear. Just bangs it deep. 2 throws in a row. Isn't bothered, but there were defenders on both. It's not bothered. Total faith.
The first throw, like it was telegraphed, if you would. Just go. Like, I'm faking the big because I'm insisting the big, so just go. And she gave it. And okay, a little bit of luck. A little bit of luck to get this back bounce, as we see again here.
Got to catch your blocks. Otherwise, the offense will.
And there is the sister, Marie Dvorakova, having an exceptional game herself. And that went right over the head of the defender there. Venturi got turned inside out.
Well, 3SB asserting their dominance.
So timeout called by Discobolo. We're going to take a little break too. We'll be right back with you. Right now,
he's gonna have to bid. Just a football.
Huge layout block. Unbelievable stuff on the front corner of the end zone.
Maybe just that boost of energy they needed. Huge swing pass and a great grab there from Spear.
Help us go electric, become a member.
Discobolo watches the pole hit the ground and gets it to Bolognesi as the zone settles in front. Bolognesi, and now the offensive attack, and that's a good looking throw. I thought it was, but it was in between 2 receivers. And 15, De Luca goes, slows down, grabbing at her back there. I hope she'll be okay, but she does continue playing.
Yeah, they've been trying to hit those overheads against the zones in that direction, but it's not been successful.
Toshnerova. Again, not afraid to whack one end zone direction, as she did.
Well, they can play a bit of huck and D in this direction, I think. They've got the lead built up. Might as well.
Yeah, they might as well. They've got a, I mean, the fact that the 2 Toshnerovas are out there together would indicate that they're putting a bit of a power line out there right now. They normally play on, they anchor the opposite lines. So they're making a few adjustments to ensure that this one is theirs, to take the half.
Yeah, they want to leave no doubt that this game is theirs.
Discobolo, though, not ready to concede that without a fight. Capello on the sideline, surrounded by blue jerseys, has nowhere to go but 1 foot behind her, and that same encumberment happens around her compatriot. Discobolo completing passes but not taking away too much field. Nice sideline to sideline there, but it does go through the hands and goes to ground. Brighetti and now Toshnerova squeezes one through. Now popped over, now popped in. A couple pop passes. Volkova with the assist, and 3SB do successfully take the half and double up right now, 8-4 over Discobolo.
Yeah, so clean for 3SB on that possession. They just picked the disc up, got it moving, kept it moving, and they get the score.
The principles of flow offense. Get the disc moving, keep the disc moving, and good things will happen. In this case, they score. In this case, we are going to take our halftime. While we take a break, I hope you guys can consider doing all those things, liking, subscribing, and if it's within your means, becoming a Patreon and supporting financially as well. Have a think about that while we take a break at half, and we will be back with you with more action very soon.
The ultimate things in life are free, and we're keeping it that way. Subscribe to keep up with the latest games, tournaments, and community content. Share it with your team and friends, and drop a like to help spread Ultimate to more people. Spread the word, spread the love. ULTI.TV.
Enjoying the show? Show your support for the live stream and the people making the show. Buy a super chat or super sticker on YouTube directly. Select your donation and type your message to the world. And share. All donations go into directly funding new shows. Buy a super sticker or super chat now. Thank you.
We are a group of Ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch.
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe, ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
Become a member and fund our work
to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the Ultimate world and beyond.
Second half action, EUCF 2022 Women's Division pre-quarters. Discobolo sends the pull. 3SB with a nice double up lead now, 8-4. I'm again Stefan Rapazzo with Luke Burgess for the call on this one as a beautiful hammer cracks open the zone straight onto the doorstep. Volkova dumps Dvorakova on the doorstep. Now back to Toshnerova. And in for the goal, easy as pie. That hammer opened up everything, Luke.
Oh, yeah.
What a way to start the half.
Yeah, 3SB asserted their dominance in the first half, and they asserted their dominance in the first point of the second half. Barely even a celebration after the score. It's just, they're just used to that now. They walk the disc down the pitch, put it in the end zone, go next.
Business as usual. The winner of this game will take on the winner of Bristol Gravity on the other side of the draw. I think 3SB are going to be, of course, maintain their composure, get through this game, but they've got their sights set on the winner of that one, and we will try and get you scores. They're not consistently updated, but they do update, so we will give it a check.
Yeah, Gravity, of course, came second at the UK National Championships not long ago.
And Bristol?
I can't remember where Bristol finished. Third, maybe? No.
It
was LMU versus Gravity in the final. Maybe it was Bristol.
Iceni and,
no, Iceni came sixth.
Ah, really?
Yeah, it was maybe Bristol Spice.
Huh.
Can't remember who took that game. Either way.
We will get those results to you as they come in. That one flipped overhead and a bid for it, but 3SB gets their hands on it and have another break chance in front of them. Zikeshova gets things going.
Bit of a travel on the catch.
Ulanova having a dance as told by the Discobolo defender.
Yeah, the travel was called actually quite early, but the receiver did not notice. So the throw went up and goes back, but deep shot. Some contact. Oh no, no call. Play continues. Discobolo bringing the disc up. It's a big gainer. Start the possession.
Strong hands by Bolo.
Big IO break as well. No continuation though. Good rescue and an immediate deep shot. Two receivers in the end zone. And a comfortable clap catch, nicely run down. Impressive offense from Discobolo. They're not down and out yet, they're still here to play.
They're still in it indeed. We can count them out, but they're not gonna do that to themselves. So 3SB maintaining that lead, 9-5 right now, working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living, like Dolly Parton once sung. But Discobolo cashed in the last one, and that's the one that matters. We're just catching up with some of the chat here. It's easy to mix up the Heelys, I suppose. Oh, geez, maybe not, but we're doing our best to get those Heelys straight. Of course, the Heelys from Flame, the team in North Dublin, as we've been told. But these girls originally hailing from Cork. And again, we wonder how these matchups happen, but I'm quite sure that this has a lot to do with the same connection of Rahel Toshnarova and John Dock. The Czech-Irish connection there. They've been back and forth playing in each other's homelands and are now starting to import some crew either way. Here comes 3SB moving. Toshnarova shot for goal, and that one counts again. 10-5, they're doubled up again. Dubiashova with the goal.
Once again, they got the disc moving, and it did not stop. Impressive flowing offense from 3SB. Discobolo did not get a look in at all on defense there.
Now, 3SB, they wear their pink, they wear their blues. I don't mind the colors. I have no idea what this flamingo's about. I gotta get to the bottom of their logo. I'm certain it's not a native bird of the Czech Republic. There's gotta be more to it than that, Luke. But you get any guesses, any actual insight?
Absolutely not. Okay. I would say though, their pink kit, we're complaining about the contrast on the numbers of Discobolo. The pink kit of 3SB also has a contrast issue, must admit. The blue kit is better.
Yeah. I mean, the flamingo jumps off the blue kit much with
Yeah,
greater contrast.
arguably it's just a better kit.
Yeah.
And why they insist on wearing pink, I don't know.
It's got to have something to do with that flamingo.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not very evident in all the uniforms, but if you look at number 11 coming down the field right now, you can see the legs of the flamingo are incorporated into some of the old shorts.
The new style shorts are too short to fit those legs of the flamingo.
The old school long shorts. I'm happy the new style has taken over, but hasn't taken over entire kits yet. Bolognese with the disc. Discobolo with a lot of ground to make up right now, and that is not going to help him. Toshnerova winds up, jacks it. She ain't afraid. That one counts. In for goal, and that is Slezniak with the goal. 11-5 for 3SB. They are rolling.
Never any fear from Raquel Toshnerova. Saw the option in the end zone and no hesitation. Floats the disc up there and just another dominant point from 3SB.
It would be strange to see her hesitate, to see her second guess the huck, to see her put away a fake. That would be strange. We've got another timeout on the field. Of course, it's Discobolo having to think about it. Another great time for a reminder as we watch this Toshnerova huck go into the waiting hands of Slezniak for you to appreciate what we're doing here. We are giving you free Ultimate in your homes, in your car, wherever you may be. You got Ultimate to watch, the highest grade of European Ultimate. And all we ask of you is to like, to share, to subscribe, and if it's possible, to become a Patreon and help out so we can do even more.
Yeah, we're out here in the rain, so you don't have to be.
And we don't ask much. We'll ask a few things, but we don't beg or demand anything. There's no paywalls. There's no insistence. This it is a company policy. It is an insistence that we put Ultimate out for everyone to be able to watch, to be able to share with their families, with their friends, with their loved ones, with the fans. And those of you who can do a little bit more, well, you can help us do a little bit more.
You'd be amazed at how far every single euro can be stretched by ULTI.TV. We have a ridiculously cost-efficient setup.
Yes, that's the truth. I mean, the business plan itself, ULTI.TV's been around 11 years now. I was there at the very, very beginning in Australia while Mike Palmer was putting a camera on the top of a rusted-out station wagon.
It's a sight to behold.
Oh, it was insane. But what he's done is maintain. He's done it on a budget. He's always there. They work those extra hours. They go the extra distance. They find cost-effective and efficient ways of doing everything so that they can maintain the archives right now. There's nobody who's done more games of Ultimate than ULTI.TV. That's true. That you can go back and find, games from Europe, from World Championships, from Australian Championships, and the longer we're around, the brighter we burn. And now, in the last few years, with Patreon and all these new methods, you guys can help us maintain and help us do even more, as we say. Ooh, hand block, but picked up! What are you talking about? How did that even happen?
Outrageous.
Hand block and picked up right, but while it was wobbling, it looked certainly going to ground. But no, the wonderful hair of Frederica hangs on, and Discobolo, Bolognese from Bologna. High stall count, pops it over the shoulder. Capello looks for the inside, goes for the big Frederica, but she gets the bounce. Will she get there? Yes, she does. Oh my goodness. A left-handed layout. She is winded and hugging herself, struggling to get up, but what a point, Luke.
Outrageous. How did Discobolo come down with that score? They get point blocked. Doesn't matter. They get blocked in the end zone. Doesn't matter.
What a show of determination by Discobolo. The first block reception, a little bit of reflexive luck. The second, a little bit of continued determination.
What a play from Federico.
And look, I love when a front of the jersey's that dirty. It means you're working hard. Here we see these replays. There's the hand block. Nope. And she's right. That was up.
Yep.
Dang close. But it was up. And then I don't see anything. I'm going to blast this one to the end zone.
Yeah, Federica knew that was the only place.
Ooh.
Oh, come on.
Is that a Finney situation?
That is a Finney moment right there.
That is a Finney moment.
We have another one.
If you guys don't know about Finney, it is something exactly like that. But this is why we talk about 3 meters on the sideline. Highlights get ruined when people don't respect the 3-meter line.
We're having a ever-expanding archive of Finney moments. There was a few at Windmill this year as well.
And we want that archive edition. We love our archives, but not because of Finney moments. Stay off of the line. Posnerova. Back upfield, Dvorakova. Pavlova. Ooh, Blady OI into the defense.
Oh, sets the pivot in the end zone. That's brave.
Indeed. Bolognesi gets the forward. Now big shot. Length of the field too far in front, but they both bid and almost made me look foolish for saying as much.
It was an ambitious look.
Look at those dirty jerseys. We can see the numbers better now with the contrast.
It's true.
Push, Nedova. Pavlova. Push, Nedova. The two of them playing a little bit of two-lady game. Dvorakova. Toshnetova, she wants more distance. She waited for the play to develop. Now a big upliner. Volkova centering. Zikeshova. Toshnetova. 12 meters out. That one's banged in for goal. It is 12-6, doubled up again. 3 away from advancing to a quarterfinal, our 3SB.
Good flowing offense once again for 3SB. As soon as they broke through that zone, they stayed ahead of it, converted the numbers advantage, and bring themselves one step closer to a score. Now, we do have the insider info on the Flamingo story.
Insider info on the Flamingo story. Tell me more.
So
Can't wait.
It's a very deep and nuanced tale. They just like flamingos.
Oh, God. They got to stop liking flamingos if that's the case.
It's a bit lame.
Yeah, I need a better story or ditch the flamingo. Ditch the bird.
So 3SB, just make, before the next season, make something up for us. Just invent a story. It doesn't have to be authentic.
Maybe
just
they
have to sound
didn't know,
authentic.
they didn't know what they wanted, and the neck of the flamingo looked like a question mark, so that was to perpetuate the thought of what they should use. I'm really hoping Rahel Toshnetova can score a goal. She's probably got 500,000 assists and no goals. We see our next game getting ready. Cruz Bologna on the sideline, ready to take on Bad Skid. So make sure you go nowhere. That is a very hot pre-quarter round.
That's a spicy one.
Discobolo, Bolognesi. Up and over. Schiavoni, Bolognesi. Oh, she jacks it! Hand on it! No second effort. That one hits ground. 3SB to pick up.
Yeah, Frederica can't rescue that tip D.
Now she can't get them all.
She tried.
She will go down Trent. Doshnetova, what's she gonna do? She demanded it. She spun both ways. She gets away with it again. Popped over.
Oh, no.
And she gets the hug that she begged for, but the throw for goal will not go.
That's so unfortunate. I mean, we could see Raquel Toshnetova's facial expressions the entire time she has the disc in her hand. She's essentially screaming at her teammates to run towards the end zone. Puts it up.
Hey,
somehow brought down. Like, ridiculous catch, but conservation of greatness.
She's
wins
dropping
this one.
dimes. Can you say that? Like her passes are getting completed. She's
a lot of them
hitting targets.
Yeah, like she's hitting the target, and her teammates are doing the rest.
Yeah. Strong-handed receivers.
She's putting the disc in a position that it can be caught. Conditions worsening a little bit.
Oh, a little bit?
During this conversation.
I think, again, in the last 10 minutes, again, 5 minutes even, it has got grayer and gustier. We're getting some splashes coming off of our sheltering. And it's got to be tough conditions out there for these athletes.
As the players take a quick break, so are we. Don't go anywhere, it'll be.
Always on the move? You can keep up to date with ULTI.TV on all of our social media channels. Like, follow, subscribe, share us with a friend, or send us a message just to say hey. Thank you for supporting us in our mission to grow Ultimate everywhere. So we are back.
Battening down the hatches here.
Yeah, conditions continuing to worsen during this timeout. 3SB just moments away potentially from securing their spot in the quarterfinal, but between them and 15 points is at least 2 points of defensive effort from Discobolo and quite a lot of wind and rain. So anything could happen. So players set up after the timeout. Disc is checked in. Immediate dish to the front of stack. Looking into the end zone. High release lefty backhand break over the shoulder into the end zone. And 3SB punch in there, 14th.
A mere one away now, Luke. A mere one away from a quarterfinals berth.
To be honest, that's not what I was expecting out of the timeout. Given the conditions. given how long that timeout was, I think both teams just wanting to prepare themselves mentally for the newly worsened conditions. I was honestly expecting a first or second throw turnover, but actually it looked like 3SB executed exactly the play that they drew up. Yeah, go.
Okay, hatches being battened down. Next round, getting ready around us. People taking cover around us, but we've got a game. Discobolo trying to make more of this game, extend the game. Do not let them win is the mentality I want to pick up. The opposition on the sideline immediately says in.
Looked into me. We have a pretty good perspective as well. This isn't.
We've got a great perspective. We think it's in. Here's another look for you at home. What a pickup. Yeah, I think that's the feet were down before the left hand. They continue regardless. Wind up. Schiavoni gets some distance, gets that gainer to Capello. Shot for goal. Picked off. And 3SB with a chance to win this game, but not quite yet. They give it straight back one throw later.
Oh, no.
And now we're just...
I thought Frederica was going to scoop up another one.
Yeah, they're giving her the chance. That a laser, but punt and pin potentially is not going to work.
I respect the effort. 3SB sticking to the game plan. Just get the disc as near to the end zone as possible and hope for the best.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Hey, it's been working for them so far.
Discobolo down by 8 points. Things are bleak looking as that throw goes to ground, and 3SB with another chance to win this game.
Where's Raquel Toshnerova?
She would have thrown it by now.
Yeah.
That one for goal, but knocked away with the defender in front is Capello.
Oh, point block on the hook.
That is Schlesniak, gets the point block, now gives her team a very short field to look at to win this game.
That was a huge play for 3SB. Just a few meters away. This could be it.
3SB. Shot into a very tight spot. A tight enough spot is in for goal. 3SB make that one count. Bulanova with the goal. They're going to the quarterfinals, are 3SB, as they emerge victorious here against Discobolo in the pre-quarter at EUCF 2022.
Yeah, impressive showing for 3SB. Dominant performance all game long. They look like the better team from the start, and they run away with it in the end. We do expect them to see Bristol in the quarterfinal, currently up on Gravity by quite a few points. The score we got was from a little while ago, so it's probably advanced since then, but Bristol were leading by 3 or 4.
Stay tuned for that. More information either way, Bristol or 3SB will be irking their way into a semifinal, into the top 4 in this tournament. I don't think I heard any of our punter colleague commentators predicting that one, but it's going to happen one way or the other. Thank you very much for joining us here in this women's pre-quarter. We are going to get ourselves ready to bring you more action. As said, men's pre-quarters coming up next. on this field. Cus Bologna, La Fota taking on Bad Skid, the German outfit. That one is going to be a hot one. Luke, thank you very much for joining. I've been Stefan Rapazzo here with ULTI.TV. Thanks for joining. We will see you next time.
Merci beaucoup.
ULTI.TV.